Yo, the Pelicans finally get their mind right and lose. I'm Cheddar Chaz. That's 5. Be sure to smash the subscribe button, hit the like button. We're going to talk about it.
First took away. That's what this. Get your money's worth now.
This program is brought to you by Scott McNair Injury Lawyers. Have you been injured in any kind of accident, car, truck, 18-wheeler, or hurt offshore? Scott McNair handles it all. Give them a call, y'all, at 504-500-1111 for free. Yes, free consultation. They always fight for the win. They representing people who try to catch Derek Carr passes this season, so we can get a lot of business. What's happening with your 5? How you doing, brother?
What's up, bro? I'm straight, man. Just watched an amazing game of the Pelicans. You did what they were supposed to do. Elite coaching, bro, Willie Green. Let's get into it, man.
Yeah, you know that somebody must have gave them the talk. Somebody must have gave them the talk. There go our dog Leo pulling up. So I wanted to. Oh, firstly, what up, Leo? How you doing, brother?
Oh, what's good?
What's up, Leo?
We're gonna keep the tab rolling. Look, big money Zeke. I think he donated 2 memberships, if I'm not mistaken. So we need 18 new memberships so we can run this episode. I'm trying to get y'all the episode. So we're gonna run this episode. We get 18 new memberships. It's gonna be a running tab. I'm just gonna keep the tab rolling. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Shout out to Dr. Donald, our dog Corey in the building. Game Osborne, Killer Can, Mr. Strong, Aaron Gray, Chef Danny P. What's up, Chef? Lala in the building, Killer Can, Richard Dollar. Yo, what's happening with everybody, man? I hope y'all being safe when y'all coming back from the game.
Oh.
So, of course, the Orlando Magic, one of those teams, a lot of size, don't really have any shooting this season, which is interesting. They found it a little bit tonight, thankfully, but really struggling from beyond the arc this season. Yves Messi is out. Kelly Olynyk is out for personal reasons. What did you guys make of the matchup tonight? When you see like the size the Orlando Magic have in the front court,
they were going to be a problem either if Yves or
not get mad at it. But.
Like it didn't really matter. Like they were going to be a problem anyway. The Magic have always given the Pelicans problems, right? Like their shortest player is Corey Joseph or Cole Anthony, right? Like everybody else is like 6'5" and above, longer wingspan. This is probably the model that the Pelicans wanted to follow, or Willie Green wanted to follow, right?
Yep.
Long wings, the ability to switch defensively. You just don't have the same talent. Honestly, you just don't. But I knew they were going to be a problem for the Pelicans. Either if Olynyk played or Yves played, it really just didn't matter. Magic just well coached, right? When you got a good coach and you got good players, you tend to lose to teams like that.
Lito, when you saw a guy like Goga out there tonight and how Jonathan Isaac was able to affect, just attacking the rim and get into the passing lane, what do you make of that? Do you think? Because I agree with 5. I don't think shout out to Yves. I don't think Yves and Kelly Olynyk really make a difference. Maybe you get some people who could maybe knock down a shot from behind the arc, and Kelly Olynyk, Pelican struggled a bit with that. But what do you make when you just see the amount of the wingspan and height out there that other teams possess as compared to the Pelicans?
I think you mentioned Goga. I think Goga like kind of in their doghouse right now for some reason.
Seems that way, right? I know he hurt his ankle and he never got his spot back.
I don't understand like what the role is that he played 5 minutes tonight. He was on a stretch a couple weeks ago where he was playing like they had benched Wendell Carter for him, but I don't really know. I know you was talking about their shooting too, and their best shooter actually was Wagner, who tore his ACL, the center.
Yeah.
So
Mo Wagner played tonight?
No,
you mean Franz?
No. I'm saying
before he got hurt.
Mo was shooting damn near like 40 from 3. He was shooting like 37%. So he was their best shooter. As far as the Pelicans,
I'm sorry, bro. Shout out to E-Dog. We got a new member. Appreciate you. That
E-Dog?
might be Big Money Zeke again. That might be Zeke with another account. But shout
Zeke
out to
money,
E-Dog.
huh?
Yeah, that might be Zeke money. We got 17 more to go. We appreciate you, E-Dog. Welcome to the membership, brother.
Welcome home. The Pelicans. I mean, what happened was what I thought would happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was you play against like Wendell Carter Jr. He looked decent tonight. You know what I'm saying? The center. I'm not a fan of Wendell Carter, and I know he's been linked to the Pels forever, but like it's been games in the last couple of weeks where he still looks like he's finally settled into who he is as a player. He's been rebounding much better.
Did y'all see defense. That? Did you see that interaction between him and Paolo like the last game?
Yeah.
See, all right. See, I like Ludo. You and Ludo brought up Goga, right? And you think he in the doghouse. I think it's the opposite.
Oh shit!
Hold tight.
Wow.
Hold tight.
Sam.
Wow.
We got Uncle Sam in the building. We got Uncle Sam in the goddamn building. So what's that? That's 13. Yo, Uncle Sam making big moves. Man, y'all, damn, they really trying to get this episode.
Oh, yeah, they trying to get this episode.
You gotta call Justin like, Justin, you gotta release the hounds. So now it's like, give my word. But shout out to Uncle Sam. We appreciate you, brother. Make sure y'all hitting that like button, man. We appreciate you. The fellas, they really setting it off for y'all, man. Go ahead, fire my bad, bro.
No, you're good. You're good. Anytime that happens, we gotta take a break. We gotta take a step back. But to y'all's point, y'all talking about Goga being in the dog. I don't really think he's in the doghouse. I think they're trying to move Wendell Carter
and showcasing him a bit.
Yeah, it's the last bit of the season. Like you trying to figure some stuff out. You just paid him this money. Maybe somebody else thinks he's worth the money. So you attempt like, all right, you're showcasing him. Someone reaches out, try to move him.
So when I look at they really messed themselves up with the Wendell Carter extension because they did it like firstly he was injured. They did it like as he was injured after he played the Pelicans, ironically. Then they gave him an extension that they couldn't trade in the season. They have to wait to the offseason to trade him. So they really made a mistake. So, but let's talk about a couple of the centers on the Pelicans. Of course, Carlo started the game explosively.
I mean, these two forward.
Corey Joseph got it.
That's blocked.
Yeah, good play by Carlo. Good read and reaction time.
Take off, Carlo. Take off.
He will. It starts at the defensive end. He did it at both ends of the floor.
Let me say this. And with how many? We've been on for 7 minutes. I can curse. And this is off the record, nigga. Let me say this. All that look, that clip may or may not be copywritten by the Pelicans or trademarked or owned by the Pelicans, but none of y'all can beat my ass, so I'm gonna use it, bitch. And I'm gonna use it anytime I motherfucker. Oh, I might play the clip.
I mean, these two forward.
Corey Joseph got it.
That's blocked.
Yeah.
Get the motherfucking shoes. Do something. But what did y'all make of how Carlos started the game? And ultimately, he didn't really do too much, but he was still the best big we had out there. Mo Bamba's been a disaster these past 2 games. But what did y'all make of how Carlos started the game and his potential moving forward?
Well, let's talk about the potential a little bit because I said I think he has a larger upside than Yves. Yves in 100 years would never be able to make a play like that.
Run it back.
Never get the block.
See it again.
Oh, my bad.
I mean, these two forward.
Corey Joseph got it.
That's blocked.
Yeah, good play by Carlo. Good read and reaction time.
Take off, Carlo. Take off.
He will. It starts at the defensive.
I was trying to see if I had any disagreement with you.
Like block, yeah, Yves can get a block, but push on the break against another 6'10" and finish the play, dunk it. Nah, Yves will never be able to do that. I'll put money on it. He'll never be able to do that. So this is the glimpse that you see from Carlo. Like, okay, I can believe a little bit.
Hold on, Tony and Zero. That's one too many K's, brother. Let's tone it down a little bit. But go. But appreciate you. But what y'all think, Lito? You said last show that Carlo is probably the best center on the roster. What did you make of his the way he started the game tonight?
I mean, I think he is prototypically the way that they want to play. I think he has enough athleticism to do something like push the break like that and then, finish off 2 feet, one hand, and then he gives you a little variancy in his game because he's showing you he can knock down a corner 3 or 2. Not a whole lot of them, maybe 1 or 2 of them, but you need that to stay respectable. Somebody got to fear the corner 3, right? And that's the short corner too. So you look at it in that way. I mean, 5 said Misi won't give you certain things. I don't disagree. I think Carlo is looking very competent at center. Now, is he my starting center next year? No. No. You know what I'm saying? But this is why I keep saying Misi is my third center off the bench, because you need to have a solid starter. But then I feel good giving Carlo 10-15 minutes next year. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to Hoffa. Been a member for a minute now. He said, I went to the Phoenix Suns game and Eve was shooting threes. His form not bad. He makes it. I mean, his free throw form isn't terrible. Also, he kind of started off the season a little bit better than where he is now. But I don't know if I take too much from him practicing. But what do y'all think? Y'all think E, from what you've seen from him at the free throw line, y'all think he got the potential to add a corner 3?
I'd rather his pick and pop be 15 rather than corner 3s. I don't know what's the ceiling on that. What, maybe he gets to 33, 35%, maybe. I'm being generous.
To do what? What you talking about?
Come on. You shooting 2 threes a game and then corner 3s. What's percentage at the end of the season? I don't think it's necessary. Right? And one, I don't believe that he truly is your starting center anyway. Yeah. So let's not even put too much stake into it.
Oh, speaking of which, it's funny because I just happened to go on the NBA.com and the Golden State Warriors beating the piss out the Kings right now. Yeah. So something came out recently with Domantas Sabonis. Oh, our big dog Stout Man in the building. Starting hitting hustles when I would just live. Then I got me a Mac. I see me first piece of spin. Shout out to Stout Man. Great loss tonight. Carlo is at best an above average G League player, in my opinion. But why is this team so bad this year compared to last? Did Najee or Dyson make that big of a difference? Hopefully we can string some losses together to end the season.
Let me ask.
Go ahead, Lito.
I feel like I've been saying this is something. Shout out to Stout Man, bro. This
shout
is something,
Stout Man, Uncle Phil.
This is something I've been saying. I mean, for the longevity of this regime, role players had too much responsibility. Bench players talking like starters. I hate it. Now you play Dyson all these minutes his rookie year, then you start regressing his minutes his sophomore year, and you know what I'm saying, with the team. You lean on Najee Marshall to do all these things. You lean on Jose Alvarado to do certain things. You give them leadership ability with this team. They had a voice. They role players. So, right. Yes, when I hear somebody, when you hear these comments that Zion made, like, you know, I feel like myself, as Chad said, like, shout out to Just Tweet and Nash too. Nash probably had the ultimate in responsibilities with this team. He probably was, to be honest, like, he needed to get traded. They was breaking him down as a human being. Had him playing.
Man's hurt right now too.
That's crazy. Killing him, bro.
Boy, Nash got some explicit pictures of somebody blackmailing motherfuckers. There ain't no way in the world Larry Nash supposed to still be and he got a sibling in the league.
Pete.
God damn.
Pete.
Five, what is your rationale behind? Shout out to Uncle Phil against Felt Man 50 dog. Appreciate you. He said, what is your rationale behind the Pelicans being a little bit worse significantly worse this year as compared to last year?
No, they were bad last year. It just you just
I would say that as well.
Yeah, you just thought because of those 49 wins it looked good. No. Justin and I repeatedly, shout out to Justin, man. Shout out to Coach Knapp.
Shout out to Coach Knapp.
Trying to get up, trying to bring back a chip.
Know
what I mean? We repeatedly said this is not sustainable. It's all a mirage. This is fool's gold. And sure enough, the bottom finally fell out and things went to shit. It didn't matter if somebody was healthy or not. This team just wasn't good. It wasn't put together well. You got a bunch of talent, but what does that actually mean in the grand scheme of things if you have no strategy behind it? And I don't think they really had a plan for anything. I didn't have a plan for people that were healthy. They had one. Matter of fact, Griff said they saw one practice and said, this is going to work. What kind of stupid shit is that?
He said, Brandon was dominating. He wasn't just playing; he was dominant. See, that's the thing. To where if you shout out to Kai, our dog Kai, he said they worse this year because they gave away one of their only two advantage creators on offense, one being Jonas, and I guess the other one would be Zion, and Trey's coming along this year.
Yeah.
But truthfully, I do think the injuries played a huge part of it, of course. But also, it's like sometimes you're not flying, bro. Sometimes you're just falling in style. You're just falling with style. If you look at like the Pelicans had a crazy record last year when trailing, when leading going into the fourth quarter. I think they were like fucking and something ridiculous. They just had several indicators that this wasn't a good team.
They're 0-22, I believe.
Was it 22?
0-22 when trailing into the fourth.
And they gave up several leads last year. It's just about when you play teams. Like if you notice, like some of the games last year, you might have played teams in certain instances where they were missing their best players, or you might have played teams when they were on. You had a rest advantage. I did a show last year, and I think that show might have been about Dyson and Herb. But the question I had was, how do the Pelicans perform when they don't have the rest advantage? And 9 times out of 10, they're going to be at a disadvantage when they don't have the rest advantage. So I think you're seeing some of that this year. And it's also telling that seeing with you several iterations this season. You had Brandon, DeJounte, and Trey for a couple games. You had DeJounte, Zion, and CJ and Trey for a couple of games. And you just had different versions of this team. All of those versions were bad, right? All those versions have been bad. Now, getting Zion back is going to be the rising tide that lifts all boats. Shout out to Justin Davis. That was 0-24. I got to find that tweet. Get on them bitches' nerves again. Shout out to Matt. But so I see that boom. You Matt. But yeah, so if you really look at it, so many indicators said this was a bad team last year. And people just called us crazy. He just called us crazy. But when you get into the playoffs, you're like, oh, it's levels to this? This shit is real? The Pelicans last year were like that Dallas team. Like, remember them old Dirk Nowitzki teams? They'd be number 1 in the league, and the 8 seed bust their ass, or the 7 seed just bust their ass every year. It's kind of like that. It was fool's gold. Let me see here. I wanted to, let me see, hold on. Shout out to Kai again. He said, this is not me saying Jonas was great, but there isn't too many advantage. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know who you giving the ball to in the front court right now and saying make something happen in the post if it's not Jonas. I mean, and Jonas was competent defensively. It's just, but what I was saying though was, like, the Kings getting stumped out. Domantas Sabonis. Damn, I fucked his name up. Domantas Sabonis put out a quote via his representative, I think, to the Athletic, and like, he's going to evaluate where the team is in the offseason, and they're going to make a decision. Now, he's saying this as if he has a ton of leverage. Now, truthfully, you got about 3 years left on your contract, and you're making a lot of money, so you really ain't got no leverage. But if the opportunity presented itself, right, is that something you would pursue? Like someone like that? Yeah, Domantas Sabonis.
Say, bro, look, he get a lot of shit. People hate his game or whatever. Mm-hmm. There was a conversation the other day, and somebody was saying they were naming players better than Zion was better than, and Domantas was in that equation. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying from a talent perspective, I think Zion is better than Domantas, but what Domantas presents on the floor,
result perspective,
bro. And I'm talking about on a consistent basis. This month, he'll walk in 25, 15, and 9, and he probably could average a triple double if he really. He had like a 20-20 game earlier this year where he had like 9 or 10 assists. Like he. You watch his game, he gets these rebounds. He does the most with less. He can't jump. He's not fast. He's not athletic. He's just very smart. And positionally, he knows where to be to get rebounds. His feet, he has good feet. He's good hands, a great passer. Like, even with Fox on that team, he was the point guard. like every situation he's in, the ball is going through Sabonis as far as like operating the offense. You put him in a situation with Zion, all right, bro, I'll fuck with it. Now and let me say this though. Sabonis got to expand his game a little bit too, because how Dre defended him when he was making him take the open jumpers and he didn't want to shoot him.
I really thought that jumper was going to come along. I really did. That's why I think in the event that you do trade for Sabonis, I think you still need a center. I think I think Sabonis got to be the 4, and if you get a traditional 5, because I view Sabonis like super Sagoon right now, and I think Sagoon nice as fuck. But I think I view Sabonis like Sagoon in the sense that Sagoon plays so much better when he doesn't have to play the 4. Like if I'm sorry, when he doesn't have to play the 5. I think I'm just throwing a name out there. Brook Lopez, a free agent this offseason, sets incredible screens, still proficient at the 3. If you was going to run Brook out a rotation of Brook and Messi out there with Sabonis at the 4, I kind of think the rest of the starters don't matter as much. Of course, it's going to be Zion, Trey, Sabonis, and you got a mid-level guy who can set screens and things of that nature in a Brook Lopez. But let me ask y'all this. If the Kings come to you because of the situation with Sabonis' contract, if they say, look, man, you got the 3rd pick. We want that 3rd pick, and you can have Sabonis. Or would you be like, nah, I can't do it, partner? Like, wait, and they say it will take DeJounte Murray back. That's the only way I'm giving up the top pick, is if, like, for a guy who's not like a bona fide superstar, if I'm giving up a top pick, you got to take DeJounte Murray.
That ain't even a conversation. Let's do it.
You doing it?
Before you even hang up, I'm gonna have the trade pressed up for sure.
Because I don't know who I like at 3rd, honestly. This draft getting weird. 5.
It's my bad.
No, go ahead, Lito.
No, so I think there's value at 3. I can find value at 3, but the fact that I'm getting off DeJounte's contract and I'm getting that make all the difference for me.
That's the caveat, right?
Yeah, the caveat has to be DeJounte.
Yeah.
I think you can get him without the 3rd. I think you get him without that lottery pick, and I think you could get him without giving up DeJounte. But if the goal is to move DeJounte, then it becomes a talking point. Go ahead.
I think that's the huge caveat. Like, if you can do that, then everything else is like, okay, it's a wash. I don't necessarily say like I need a 5 if I have Sabonis, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he can survive, right? A Zion Sabonis pick and roll. It's almost what you see with him and Kelly Olynyk at times.
Yeah.
Now, he does need to develop a jumper, a consistent one. Again, I'm not forcing him to shoot the 3, but if you can knock down the 15 and 17 footer, it creates a lot of problems. And he's a really good passer.
Like, yes, Bukro.
Really good. You're good. A really good passer. So it all makes sense if he's like the guy you're playing off of, and Zion's getting easy baskets. I think that's the thing you would want, right? Somebody to get Zion easy baskets. That way he doesn't have to work as hard throughout a game, and that way at the end of the game he's more geared to finishing, and he doesn't have to work as hard to get open shots.
Do you worry defensively? Do either one of y'all worry defensively at all?
No.
I think that depends on the philosophy of your team, right? Like, it depends on who's your coach, because if it's a guy that needs defense, Sabonis is a really good rebounder, right? I think Zion locks in at times. Can you be good when you need to be good? Can you do that? Can you turn that switch? I think that all plays a part in that.
So technically, the front court would be this is technicalities and schematics we're talking. Like, it's not really like important, but the front court would likely be Trey and Domantas.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking 4 or 5 pick and rolls is different, and then you can invert it. Zion could be on the weak side. Like, it's so much creation you can have if you put the ball in Sabonis' hands and just let him create. And then when Zion's gravity, shit, man, that shit might feed families.
Shout out to DJ Tram in the building. See, we was down 40 tonight, right? I don't remember us being down 40, but yeah, it's time to blow this shit up, man. Yeah. Even if they was down 5, if they won tonight, I'll be like, it's time to blow the motherfucking team up. But let me ask y'all this. I was looking at the timeline. 5, you have experience with this as an athlete yourself. I was looking at the timeline for players recovering from an Achilles injury. Now, everything I've heard about DeJounte in rehab right now is that, he's really attacking it full on. He's not, skipping any steps. But I think the shortest timeline for a basketball player to recover was Wes Matthews. I think he got hurt again right after that, but it was Wesley Matthews. And of course, you're talking about a gradual progression as you return to play. Do you think the Pelicans should make it a priority to try to move DeJounte this offseason?
I mean, I'll be honest. Like, you're not going to see the real version of him until
next year,
the following year.
Yeah.
Like, so what advantage are you really going to see? Like, you got to have an honest man-to-man conversation with him. Like, hey, bro, listen, this puts a damper into our plans. Like, it's just not going to work. It's no offense to you. A terrible injury happened to you. We got to do what's best for us, but we also going to try to take care of you. And by doing that, you still get paid. Just going to move you to a situation that maybe is better for your timeline than theirs and not ours. Because right now, we got to move on. The thing about it is, Griff can't make that conversation because he preaches the dumbass family shit.
Yeah.
And you can't be honest and open when you've been lying the entire time. So that's going to be the difficult part.
To me, it just sucks. You got 2 players with injuries like this because the Herb shit, like 2 of your most valuable trade assets, both hurt until most likely 2026. And you probably not going to see the better version of them until the 26-27 season. So this is not an enviable position for David Griffin to be in, but he did it to himself. He said they could tell him to stay injured all season, let the insurance pay the contract.
I'm not.
That's
sure.
interesting. I don't know the specifics on that, but if that's the case,
I know Philly has that right now with Joel. It's something that they're trying to explore.
Mm-hmm. You talking about medical retirement?
Yeah. So I mean that is what I'm aware of. But I mean, shit, if that's the case, defraud your insurance, bro.
Hey, listen to me, bro. We'll talk about Embiid for a second. He's doing the most. Again, these are my people. The most African thing you could think of. He is scamming the fuck out of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
I mean, he is going to change the league because of this scam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where it's like, yo, bro, we gave you a pity MVP because we thought you was turning over a new leaf, and now you worse than ever. Like, so I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Y'all ever been on Canal Street in Harlem?
Yeah, once.
Yeah, you ever seen them fake Kareem Gucci bags?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the African versions.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man. I seen them boys in action, man. They'll take a shoe and remix it. Like, hey,
these the Air Gordons.
Shout out to Harlem World, man.
Yeah. So, man, I'm just looking at everything, and it's like all right. So Cooper Flag got hurt today. I don't think it affects his draft stock whatsoever.
No.
But just looking at like a VJ Edgecombe, or looking at where you may potentially be. Hold on, you got DJ Trammer back in the building. DJ Trammer got 2 super chats. He said, "Say I love y'all, boy. I'm smoking it like BI right now." And he said, "Last month for the night, confession time. I'm on a 13-game losing streak when I attend since last season. Avoid playing, watch OKC Game 3, and haven't been in the Smoothie King Center since 2025. I ain't gonna lie to you, DJ Tram. It's probably not you. It's probably not you, brother.
Don't you take that? Don't you take that L, bro?
Don't take that L.
That's not for you.
Man. Yeah, that gun don't have no bullet. That ain't on you.
For real.
Jeffrey said he thought it was Kobe. Kobe was never really Kobe again after the Achilles, though, because he returned from the torn labrum, which he tore versus the Pelicans, and on a dunk. No, was it the Hornets or the Pelicans? It might have been the Pelicans on a fucking dunk. And then he came back with the Achilles. But I do think it's Wesley Matthews. I might be mistaken. But we said we're going to try to get into some of the fan questions, man, so we can get y'all out here early. We got 141 people in the building. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Yeah. But so Aaron Stone said we need to start Hawkins the rest of the way. Build up his trade value. If anything, should always work to keep your players at their utmost value. Absolutely. Another thing that Ross mentioned before that, next year, Jordan Hawkins is essentially an expiring because his fucking 4th-year option is like $7 million.
That's crazy.
So do you go to if it's y'all? Do you give Jordan Hawkins one more season?
No.
Not if I can move.
Yeah.
All right.
Like if I can move him, hey, man. Like we done gave you a chance. You done had opportunities, whether it's been by our own doing or just injuries. Excuse me. You've had more than enough opportunities to do something. All right.
Yeah. I feel like it's no. When you look, you gotta look at like the ceiling and the floor of the situation. Like, I think we're at his floor. I'm not sure we'll see the ceiling here. Let me say that.
Yeah,
just not the right place for the ceiling, right? We're just not.
I think, man, he just reminded me of Marcus Thornton so much, bro. Like, I
think that's disrespectful to Marcus Thornton.
No, that's what I mean. I mean is. See, to me, Marcus Thornton was kind of nice, especially when he got this. He just spent too much time here, and then when he got to Sacramento, he kind of like found himself. But I see a person who's kind of a bit of an undersized guard. He got some athleticism, but he just such an erratic player that it's just like I understand a coach saying we just can't put you out there in certain situations. Like tonight, he didn't play bad at all. But he went 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. The dunks and shit are cool. Because Ben McLemore is another great comparison. Shout out to Aaron Stone. Glenn McLemore is another really good comparison. Like a shooter that can't shoot is crazy, especially when you could go into the offseason and find those guys for damn near the minimum, and you talking about potentially paying them $7 million. That's when shit really get ugly. And you guys shout out to Jose, like he might have sustained some type of injury tonight. Another person who he's due for a pay increase going into the offseason. You need to Justin back off suspension. Shout out to Justin Napley in the building, aka Coach Nap. Appreciate you, Justin. What's happening with your dog? But yeah, Ben, so I mean, I don't know, man. So y'all think if there's an opportunity to move him, you gotta go.
Absolutely.
I think so. Like, who developing them? Like,
that's another thing. Jesus. They trying to back in the building. They trying. I just want to win. Ain't been in the Smoothie King Center W since 2023. Lord.
God.
Yeah.
You know what?
It might be. It might. Oh, maybe it is you. I don't know. Maybe.
Hey, let me ask y'all this.
Go ahead.
Ben McLemore's best season in the NBA, 12 points, and he shot 35 from 3.
What he was from the field?
He was 43.
That's Hawkins.
That's what
like, it's wild, bro. I think he might have been like a top 10 pick. I think number 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That draft was really bad.
Yeah.
In hindsight. Like, Jeremy Lamb didn't really become much until like his 3rd team. Yeah. I think he kind of low-key running the Sacramento Kings right now from what I've read.
Yeah, they got a story about that. Like, boy, he and the owner's wife are together type thing. Like, yeah, and he was the reason behind De'Aaron Fox.
It's gonna be some serious. His boy's gonna have a Donald Sterling moment. But before we move to the fan questions, I wanted to show y'all this and get y'all opinion on this. So Zion got into it with Guwap after I think the first quarter. And he was like, and he ended up getting a technical for this. But what did y'all make?
Heated, and it became a costly discussion with a technical foul. So the magic word. And Franz Wagner.
That boy said, miss one call, next 15, one coming.
Yeah.
But so what are y'all making? You know, he stands up for himself. He goes and has a one-on-one. He doesn't grandstand against the guy. He gets hit with a tech. Do y'all think this is when the coaching needs to step in and get another tech?
Yeah. Again, it's already too late, right? Like it's already.
Yeah, you're not gonna buy no Goodwill.
And Willie Green ain't giving up no money for Zion. He ain't do it when he first signed his re-up. He ain't do it then. He ain't doing it now when he know he on his way out. But yeah, man, I think this is just Zion. Just he not tripping on. Like he know he gonna have to make his case now. If he can make it with Guwap, right? I think Guwap got like some kind of status among NBA refs.
Yeah,
if you make it with him, then maybe things will change after that.
They got. Man, I don't know this dude. He's an Asian ref. He hates Zion guts. This dude, it was one of the refs with Zion in San Antonio when Zion hit that game-winning layup at the end of the game.
Yeah,
it was that ref. It was on the road against San Antonio. That motherfucker hates Zion. Like I don't know what it is. Yeah, he's short.
Yeah,
and like I don't know what it is. That motherfucker hates Zion guts. He must used to see Zion at them buffets. He was like, man, yeah, my I was about to go so far. Anyway, y'all check out my stand-up special. But we got shout out to our dog Corey. Man, let's get 100 likes before we leave out here. We
ain't got 100 likes.
Sometimes you just gotta remind the people. We got 56 likes, 147 people watching. Shout out to Corey. I'm gonna play this, and then we're gonna get to the fan questions, and by the end of this video, we need to have 100 likes, y'all. Let's get it together.
Charles is my name. Jarrell Curl is my fame. Look at me, you need to know. I'm your hairdresser who really knows. You're gonna have a curl to catch the eyes of every guy, every girl. Just 27.50. You'll look good in the city. Soft bouncing curl.
Nah.
Wait a minute.
That shit was fire.
Wait a minute.
Go
That
ahead.
shit was fire.
Was there curls on the outside of that building?
Come on.
They got the sesame seeded bun, and we got that motherfucker cold.
Hey,
I ain't never seen a light skinned Jarrell in my life.
Y'all ain't even peep. My dog said Jarrell Charles is my name. Jarrell Curl is my game.
Then he got the background singer saying Jarrell.
Yeah, that's bars.
You know the coolest part about this song? When he was with his band, they got a motherfucker playing the drums. It's like it's a white dude. Ain't even no drums on the song. He was like, that motherfucker cold. He was a visionary.
Fucking cocaine just pouring out his pores, boy.
That boy, pure coca leaf. Shout out to Jarrell. That dude cold blooded. Let's get to the fan questions, man. We appreciate everybody. Again, y'all make sure y'all join the membership so we can release this episode that may or may not happen. Shout out to E-Dog in the building. South of Nola, Leo, South of Nola says, y'all really think they tanking or they just losing?
Oh, they're not tanking. South of Nola, they're not tanking at all. No, this is a serious organization. They taking this shit serious. Willie is trying. He's coaching. To answer your question though, Chaz, you was talking about the technical. Yeah, you should have got a technical 6 years ago. You should have nipped that shit in the bud ASAP. Like he shouldn't have been out there talking to the ref by himself in that situation, especially when you see how animated he was. You know what I'm saying? I think, yeah. But anyways, nah, they ain't taking.
Yeah, it's trash. Fuck. We got Shane, our dog Shane. What's up, Shane? We got some new merch dropping soon too, brother. Shane said CJ gassed out there. Let's see how many minutes CJ played. 5. CJ played. Well, he only played 22 minutes. That's an improvement. But I'm trying to understand why Trey Murphy keep playing the most minutes. He's played 35 minutes. Like that to me, that's risky as a motherfucker. But are you saying CJ look gassed out there?
Yeah, like not gas, but like, would you be enthused? You 30-some years old, team bad. Like, I done had to play through multiple injuries and look at we at now. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna. I got kids I could be at home with, but now I'm dealing with these kids at work. Like, yeah, I'd rather not be here right now.
Hey, bro, being 30 and playing basketball, son.
Yeah.
Like,
especially for a bad team. You can see you might find the fountain of youth when you like what's the boy like Brooke Lopez like last year or when he in the playoffs, like he's finding that fountain of youth because they trying to do something. But when you trash, it's just draining. It's like being in a bad relationship. Shout out to Sam again, bro, for gifting 5 Booper Media memberships. We appreciate y'all, man. I think if I'm not mistaken, 18. I think it's at what 11 or 12 more to go. I think maybe I'm not even sure, but they Sam really put a dent into the depth. We appreciate y'all, man. Cable guys, it Willie called the team soft.
you serious for real?
A couple people said that because Kai said that too. Shout out to Kai. Taste one to know one, Willie.
Attitude reflect leadership, Captain.
You know what? I want to say this because Zion last post game. That's why I don't trust nobody. Right? Got fake written all over you. It was he spoke about how the team, they want to pay more attention to detail, et cetera, and how they, they want to come together and stick together in the summer. All cool, all good things on the surface. Willie Green can't be a part of these discussions though, because it seems like every few games. You're calling the team soft. You just called them soft versus Houston. You won a couple games. Now they soft again versus Orlando. And it's like, well, for one, maybe y'all just not that talented. For two, maybe you're really not that good. Maybe you're soft. And for three, clearly your messaging isn't carrying over. Because how many times I got to remind you that, yeah, man, we soft. We don't show up to compete every night at home. So I don't. Shout out to Mr. Strong. See, the organization is so.
It don't sound my bad. No, but it's not very. I don't know if it's very Christian like to call your team soft. Like I don't really think that's in a that's not language that.
Especially when you're a buster, like you're a buster on that bench. You calling other motherfuckers soft. It's like, Willie, man, you're gonna have single digit text this season. Like come on, man. Out of here, man. Shout out to Mr. Strong. Lito, he said the organization is so trash. I don't see the next season being much different, being much better, rather, if Griffin's still here.
I agree with you. I Mr. Strong, that's crazy. I don't really want to call you that.
What if it was Mr. Strong with a K? Like,
yeah, that'd be the word.
Yeah,
man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he got the Kool-Aid, man. He got the Kool-Aid on Schwarzenegger.
Oh, nah, I think that's something I've been echoing all season though. Like changes can happen. The roster could get revamped, but if Griffin's still making the decisions, I don't really don't feel good about it. You just
gave him an excuse to be bad with DeJounte them. You just gave him an excuse to say, well, fuck, what do you want me to do? Herb's hurt, DeJounte hurt. You kind of just gave him a built-in excuse. Killer Cam says Paul George about to be available. That's good for him.
To do what?
That is good for him. Let me see.
Got more time to go fishing. Ain't that crazy?
Five, what you think about that? You think the Pelicans should potentially look into adding Paul George? I don't know for what purpose.
Listen, I was a huge Paul George fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huge Paul George fan. But I know he's a bad decision maker. When I saw him make the decision that he made.
He made a decision. Yeah.
That will live in infamy.
Yeah, he made a decision.
I'd rather not be around people like that.
Yeah, he. Hey, you know what that is?
What that is?
That's a form of a crash out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He crashed his life out though.
For no reason.
Paul George got one of the worst contracts in the fucking NBA too. Like, I don't want no players that be on podcasts. I'm at the point where I really want. I just want to shut up and dribble team, dog. That's really what I want because it's just getting out of hand. And Paul George, y'all on like a 20-game losing streak. You like, yeah, I'm gonna step away, so I can
podcast.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like you can film anywhere, or you can. That's crazy. But
what's wild, bro? I think like it was cool at first when you saw like players that were in season talking.
Yeah.
But now it's becoming like a nuance. Like what they call that? Am I saying the word right? Nuisance. Yeah. Like why? I don't want to hear you talk about like the off the court shit that like, nah, bro, talk about the game of basketball. Like y'all they begin into like things that really don't matter or have any really impact on the game. And then your team struggle, and then they're gonna blame you. Like you're an easy outlet for that. Then you get paid a lot, right? Like you get paid more than most people on your team. Like, shouldn't you be concentrating on the game? I'm not telling you like spend all your time hooping, but
right, this
gotta be taking up a lot of your time.
Especially when you're a current active player. Like it's one thing for Gilbert Arenas and Jeff, Teague and guys like that, or even players who like Udonis Haslem, or even guys who are close to retirement doing it, like Draymond. Draymond already got his skins on the wall.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We never seen playoff P. So, shout out to Justin Davis. Is this a tax team, playoff team? Misi, Nas, Zion, Nas Reed, I'm presuming. Zion, Trey, Harper. Whew, that's interesting. Murray, CJ, Hawk, Carlo, Herb, Boston, Reed, Kelly, Jose. Well, one of those players would have to go in that scenario, Justin Davis, because you can't afford to sign Nas Reed outright because they're saying Nas Reed gonna get like $30 million. I don't think Nas Reed a $30 million player, but it would have to be some kind of sign and trade, even if you wanted to go and do that.
He not a $30 million Pelicans player, because you know what I mean.
I ain't gonna. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Like watching a lot of Minnesota, I don't think Nas Reed is a starter.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, I just don't think Nas Reed is a starter. And that's where my issue lies. And I don't think he has a lot of positional versatility. Now, I would have to trade for John Collins, but John Collins can protect the rim a little bit. Had an incredible shooting year from the beyond the arc. Making less money at $24 million. You got him under contract for a couple of years. I think next year like 26, and it's a player option after that. So he's probably not gonna opt out because he probably ain't getting that much more in the open market. But it's really him. It's really Nas Reed, Santi from Memphis, John Collins, or Hope Carlo develops into the player you want him to be. But so let's say Nas Reed say, all right, look, Pelicans got about $36 million in salary cap space right now. Mm-hmm. If they like Nas Reed, like, yo, give me $30 million per, I'm rocking with y'all. But now you gotta be a tax team because you gotta sign your rookie.
No,
not fucking with it.
Nah, I think I can find a center, a starting caliber center for pennies on a dollar. I think this team needs better guard play.
That's a good question. I mean, that's a good statement.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? Like
but let's say you adding Harper. My bad, Five. Let's say you adding Harper. Do you still feel like that?
Yeah,
I mean, we never seen him yet.
I'm saying like day one, he ain't gonna be ready.
To,
be the player that I'm gonna need him to be.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure to put on a rookie as well. Five?
Nah, it depends on what your goals are and what your strategy is, right? Like, what do you put a point of emphasis on? I would say you need another guard. You still need one of those,
right? That
can help Dylan get better. Dylan, right? Yeah. I like Nas. I don't know about 30 million. I lean more towards if we can just kind of trim that number down to 27, 25, somewhere in there. That gives me a little bit more breathing room. But I just can't outright say that. And then he's a good shooter, but do you see him in a starting role? Like, can you see him? He gets really good numbers against second tier guys, right? The bench players. But can that number transition to starter minutes. I just don't know.
I got one for y'all. Would y'all offer 2 firsts in Messi for Mark Williams? Same deal that the Lakers offered.
2 firsts.
No.
What firsts are they? Like my own?
Future first. Let's say Indiana's 26 first and a random future first.
No.
Mm. Now it might go down to 1 first actually because Mark Williams is expiring this offseason.
Yeah.
So
you gotta pay, but that means I gotta pay him.
Yeah, you gotta be the one to pay him.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
and
so
you got a first and Messi.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's so many people who Brooke Lopez is a free agent. If I'm gonna have to pay somebody, it's better players. I'm not gonna say better. It's more solidified foundational players that I could pay.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody like Al Horford, a free agent. Like I'm not saying I want him to be my starting center, but I think
No. I'm just saying. I'm just thinking about like paying that motherfucker.
He gonna want money for real at 39, 30, whatever, however old he is. He gonna get paid too because you gotta pay him.
And it's not even like I was thinking about Nash Reed again. I'm like, it ain't even a lot of money out there this offseason. So only a couple. Nash Reed gonna end up going to Nash Reed gonna end up playing power forward for the Wizards.
Yeah,
it's being starting power forward for the Wizards because they gonna have Middleton, they gonna have Marcus Smart, I think, and they gonna have the rookie, and they gonna have another lottery pick, and they gonna have that because ain't no money out there.
Mm-hmm.
So
he'll be an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Just ain't a lot of teams out there that.
Mm-hmm. It's like 3 teams. It's either Charlotte, the Wizards, and the Wizards already got a center.
The Nets.
The Nets, maybe. The Nets got because Sharp. I think Sharp about to be a free agent too. But the Nets got Claxton. They don't really have a 4. But I'm like, if you're the Nets and you're trying to get a superstar, do you really? I mean, you kind of need a guy like Nash Reed contract no matter what, because you're gonna have to trade for a superstar probably. Yeah. But do you really want to spend some of your cap money on? I don't know. That's a weird offseason because there ain't a lot of talent like in the offseason. There's a lot of big men you can sign though. Like
they might try to repeat what they did with Michael.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Probably. And depending on where the lottery picks fall.
Right.
We got Steltman the bill. Shout out to Uncle Phil. He said y'all did say that. We just didn't want to hear. We was talking about how the team was kind of overachieving last year. Buku Stat guy said, any thoughts on the Magic supporting cast? Any player worth trading for? It looked mid to me. I trade for Goga.
I trade for Goga. I think Anthony Black. I might depending on is Cole a free agent? I don't want to trade.
I think he got 1 more year.
See, you hear a lot of disparaging remarks about Cole. Like
he fell off after he got extended.
Yeah, like you don't know what you're gonna get. Players, teammates like him some days and they don't. Other days, I don't know. He better than like what Cole said.
It's like go ahead.
No, so I mean, to be honest, if it was up to me to Mo Wagner, he could be my starting center next year.
Well, he coming off ACL.
Yeah, he gonna be fine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He gonna be all right.
I feel like both of y'all said, for me, if you really address the perimeter, you get a really good perimeter player, be it in the draft and sign or trade for somebody. I could just do center by rotation.
Bro.
I could do a Mo Wagner, a cheap center here, cheap center there, and just kick the can at the 5 and see what's available at the trade deadline. But because I ain't mad at Kelly Olynyk at the 4. Like I ain't tripping about that.
He could even be my backup 5. Like
something like that. But
I think that all depends on your coaching, right? Like how y'all gonna play.
Yeah,
you're not really tripping on that. If that's the way y'all play, then cool. Just how we get it.
I was watching. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was watching that. I watched that David Griffin press conference again after the trade. He really threw the coaching staff under the bus. Like watching it again and listening to it again, he was like, "Man, yeah, these injuries been bad, but these motherfuckers stink." Like he was kind of saying that too. Like, all right, we'll see. Go ahead. What you want to say, Leo?
was gonna say, man, you got so many people. If you wanted to do center by rotation, which I think you should, like, man, Kevon Looney, a free agent.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, a bunch of people.
I don't think Clint Capella is gonna want a whole lot of money. He passed his prime earning years.
That might be good for Mishi too.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Clint. What's his name? Luke Cornett is a free agent.
I like Luke Cornett.
I like Luke too. I think that's what I'm saying though. But it's so many people that I don't have to actually spend money on to get the result. Like you just gonna have to. So instead of one player grabbing 10 rebounds and getting 10 points, you're gonna probably need 2 centers to fill that void for you, and that's cool.
Somebody put something really interesting in here. Now, if I'm Orlando, I think about like I really do suck at shooting.
Yeah,
like it might be my detriment. Having somebody like CJ might only one help us out, but also help out. What's your boy? Not only Paulo. What's the dude that just came over? KCP.
Oh yeah.
Right. I always said it would be tough to be the only shooter on a team because everything's dependent on you. When you have just somebody else out there, everything else is just a little bit better. The energy is different. But would you give up Jonathan Isaac? Now, you don't want to. He didn't get paid yet, right?
No, yeah, he got his extension. It's a declining extension, though, I believe.
So I mean, if you're Orlando, that makes a lot of sense. I don't think they're too hard up on Anthony Black.
Yeah, a lot of guards.
I do that in a second.
Oh, for sure, the Pelicans. Yeah. Sure.
He still wouldn't be my starter though. I'm still not starting down.
Shit.
I think I need Goga in that deal.
He go.
I can't trust. I just can't trust Isaac. And
That's
Isaac, he be having those scoreless games and shit.
I wouldn't ask him to score.
No, I would. The minutes restriction that they playing Zion with, that's literally the way you're gonna have to.
He played 14 minutes tonight. Like you would have to really. He couldn't. If he did start, he would have to be the starter in name, and you would have to have like 2 other big. Like you probably be doing that anyway. Have like 2 other bigs like in that rotation, like, and I'm like, well, fuck. Can I start him though? If I lose CJ, because I ain't gonna have no shooting. It's just gonna be Zion. I need to know who else on the perimeter because it's gonna be Zion, Trey, Black. His offense hasn't really come along yet, but he's a quality like defensive guard.
Yeah,
he had a crazy block on CJ tonight. I just, man, I don't know. But you did say y'all some money though. It'll definitely say the Pelicans some money. Like I think about $6-7 million. That's interesting. Cause we talked about that for Cole Anthony at one point. Yeah, Cole Anthony and Isaac. You see, shout out to Hoffa. He said, "Did y'all see Gilbert Arenas talk about Zion playing it too?"
I didn't see it, but
he been saying it for years though. Zion is a perimeter player, man, or a wing. Like he's a wing. Zion's not a power forward.
I try to do my best to never listen to Brandon Jennings or Rashad McCants.
No, just terrible.
Yeah, Rashad McCants is pretty bad. Like I can't watch Rashad. I try to watch the Stephen A thing. Rashad just it's bad. Gil do his thing, but it's just
Gil got better. Got better.
What's the sister that used to be on that?
Lexi.
Yeah, Lexi was okay.
Lexi was straight.
Yeah, that's okay. Shout out to Harvey. Shout out to Candy for he said, what if you get a chance at Booker, but it's gonna take Trey to make it work? It's a no for me.
No.
Team to me, that's not a lateral move, but it's not as much of an incline as you would need. Like you need Booker, Trey, and Zion for it all to work. You know what I'm saying? So to me, 5, Mr. Young Diesel. He said, "What y'all think about Danny Wolf from Michigan?" I haven't watched him. What y'all think?
He'll bucket. He can put the ball in. He can hoop.
I thought he was a motherfucking coach. I don't know. With 5, you a fan of?
Nah, Duke can hoop. I need a little bit more. Pause. But I like his game. I don't know about like top 5. No, I don't think so.
No,
I ain't gonna lie, hey, man. That motherfucking pick get the 5. I'm calling everybody with CJ and them. I'm like, yo, look, I need to trade this because I like Trey Johnson, I like VJ, but I'm presuming by the time you get to like 6, all them dudes off the board. So
what's really wild? Somebody in this draft is gonna be good.
I think a couple people.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know who. And I promise you, one of them gonna be outside the top 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if Ace had a crazy fall. Out because they not in the tournament. That team was bad when they was all together, and he just didn't really separate himself from the pack. I think Ace gonna have a crazy fall. But whoever get him, if they coach him up, he gonna be nice. Shout out to our dog Corey. He said y'all don't think Sabonis overrated. He can't shoot. He's not a good defender.
I don't think he overrated.
I don't think he overrated. I think he rated kind of way. I mean, fringe all-star, fringe all NBA player, consistent. To me, he just a little bit better than he was in Indiana. And he
let me ask you this: Is Sabonis better than Brandon Ingram?
Yes.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a fringe all-star though.
You don't think Sabonis fringe all-star?
No, I think he seems like he's been a perennial one. I don't know how many times he made the all-star team off the top.
Did he make it this year? Because there was some controversy. I thought he should have made it like at least one of these years that he got snubbed. That's the only reason I say fringe.
He a 3-time all-star. He made it. He last made it in 23.
So yeah, I mean, to me, that's about what it is. I do think he's a game changer. Now, do I think he's a ceiling lifter? Maybe not. I think he's a floor raiser, but I don't know if he's a let me see. Yeah, they down 10 right now to Golden State. Now they might come back and win that game, but still, I'm not really sure. Can we trade? Hey, shout out to Jonathan Williams. He said the same thing you said about trading for Jonathan Isaac and Ryan Isaac at center. Let me see. South of Nola said y'all don't think Zion gonna ask out the team his ass next year. I think if the team bad next year, everybody got to be on the table. Honestly, like I mean, yeah. Wait, who the better player right now, Ingram or Trey? Trey, because Brandon not playing.
True.
Jeffrey Phoenix said, "Do we have any player with real fundamental handles?"
Nope.
Not at the moment. Not at the motherfucking moment. It's crazy. CJ handle getting worse and worse too. You can tell he's getting up there, CJ. But yeah,
I think Brandon Boston probably got the best handle on the team.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And man, we ain't really talk about it. They fucking misdiagnosed him. All of a sudden, you find a stress fracture. Like all of a sudden, huh? Like, all right. Shout out to DJ Trammer back in that super chat. My bad, Fire. What you about to say?
I was to say you saw who was out there tonight though.
Yeah,
the boy with the initials.
Hey.
I don't know what Buddy did.
Yeah. That's we need a new building. We just need to move to the convention center. Shout out to like all the wild shit happened there. Shout out to DJ Trammer again with that 2 pieces. A 14-game losing streak when Trev attends the Pels game. We need you back in the building.
Stay there.
Yeah, we need you. He's a ticket holder. Trying to finish this season strong. Jeffrey with the 5-piece. He said, Willie told the ref I didn't say Zion was getting fouled. Zion said it. I'm keeping my money. Did he? I hope he ain't literally said that. If he literally said that, Willie, ain't no place you can hide. Bro.
Please be lying.
Ain't no place you're gonna be able to hide, Willie. I think Jeffrey saying like as just making an expression. Michael Roby, dog. What's up, Michael Roby? With that 10 pieces, say good show, fellas. With a new coach next year, do you think the team will finally get new jerseys in a new color scheme?
No.
Mike, from what I've been told, the team has presented ideas to the NBA, but I think Nike or whoever got to approve this shit. So some of it is approval from the league, but it is time for them to just do a whole new. I think that's going to accompany new ownership, though. To be honest, bro, I don't think that would accompany just a new coach. I do think a new coach would do a lot. Like imagine Charles Lee coaching these dudes. It's a whole different fucking
cry.
DJ Trauma back in the building with another 2-piece. He said 2 years since I seen a W with my eyes at SKC.
Damn,
he back in the building. He said, "What's up with Justin? What round he in?"
Man,
Hey.
bro.
Justin about to get big rings. Justin about to get big rings. Shout out to Justin in the championship, y'all. Y'all say a prayer for our dog Justin. Shout out to Big Money Zeke. He said, imagine your daddy calling you soft and he gave you bad genetics. You 6'2", 135 pounds, and shit getting your ass beat. That's your fault. Willie, come on, man. Like, I don't understand Willie Green, dog. They can't bring this dude back. What about Fred VanVleet and John Collins? It's very interesting. I thought about Fred the other day. What y'all think about Fred VanVleet?
I like Fred.
I don't. Go ahead, bro.
I understand. Fred, professional.
Shoot the three.
Yeah.
Winner.
I mean, I'm just really tired of small guards.
I was about to say that too.
Honestly.
Now, let me ask you this though. And Lito, you can answer this as well. If Zion is your 2, right, and he's 6'6", does it matter as much that Fred is 6'1" or 6'2"?
Yeah, it matters. Cause he, okay, for instance, where I saw Zion catch a lot of passes tonight was mid post.
Mm-hmm.
So on defense, Zion is technically not gonna be in a backcourt. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Fred versus whatever shifty guard you have out there. Not saying Fred can't defend because he was a very good defender for his position, but a backcourt of Fred and Zion for me just don't. It just don't. And I'm with Five. Like I like bigger guards.
Yeah,
I don't really like. It's fucked up because I hate to count Fred out because of what I seen him do at Wichita State. In coming to the NBA and then be. I mean, a good play. I think Fred made an All-Star team.
Yeah, I think he made one, right?
Yeah.
In Toronto?
Yeah. But nah, man, I'm good. And I'm good on that money.
Yeah, but I think they got a player option with him. So I don't know. I think they use him because the article, Scoop B put out something talking about the interest Houston has and Kevin Durant. I think Fred would probably be a part of that trade somehow. But it's a team option, so I'm not exactly sure how they would do it. Shout out to Jarrell Smith. Say, do y'all like Casper Josionis or Jakuonis?
Jaku, he cool.
Yeah, he cool. To me, he like what's the boy in Golden State who fell off this year?
Pies.
Yeah, he kind of like just Pies to me.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, he cool though. I mean, if they drafted him, I would be disappointed. I'm like, you shouldn't have kept that motherfucking pick. You should have moved on. We got Kai back in the building to say something about what Gilbert said about Zion. What if Zion is a soup version of Iverson? I think David Grubb might be the first person to say that actually. His handle is definitely not Iverson, but as far as getting to the paint and kind of being unstoppable at the paint and passing, I can see that. But handle wise, nah. That's not even close. What y'all make of that? Nah, not even close.
Nah, handle, mid-range, like
yeah.
I mean, if you're just going for like the aesthetic of Zion being able to be, dominating a game, just getting to the cover, okay, that might be true. But I just don't see it. I don't know.
Really?
I'm starting to think Zion might be a version of Russell Westbrook. And to me, that's not a bad player. He might be a better offensive player than Russell Westbrook. But Aaron Stone in the building said, would you trade Zion for VanVleet and Thompson?
No.
I ain't seen enough of Thompson yet, honestly. I would think about it, but I ain't seen enough. I would need to see one more season of Thompson being nice, and then I'll be like, maybe. But Zion got some seasons of looking really, really good. So I don't know. Oh, DJ trying back in the building. He said, I sent like $30. Can I get a video? We got you, big dog. We appreciate all the love, man. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Let's let them have it.
I say, this is Frankie and Johnny's, the place that lets you have it with no problem. I'd like to buy a bedroom set.
Do you have any credit?
No, I receive Social Security and welfare.
You have to see the special man.
Let her have it. With no problem.
I like to buy a living room set.
Do you have any credit?
No, I filed bankruptcy.
You have to see the special man.
Let her have it. With no problem.
I say. See Frankie and Johnny, easy credit man in town for only $50 down. They can put you in a living room set, a bedroom set. Today, see the special man.
I got the $50.
Let her have it. With no problem.
Why are black women the ones on here with bankruptcy and Social Security and wealth? Like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, what the fuck? We just wait until we get our taxes to buy a sofa. What the fuck?
It's tax time, man.
What kind of shit is that? I just thought about that.
Oh, I've been thought about that.
But yeah, but when y'all get y'all taxes, man, make sure y'all join the membership so we can release this video. But that video is kind of racist on the cool. But we're gonna be out of here, man. Make sure y'all
the white woman running $50.
Yeah, where everybody else money went. Everybody like, sorry, we're gonna have to deny you. So y'all know this is the last thing. You know the most racist video ever? It was like when they were selling gold. It was like, my baby daddy left my pawn all his gold. I said, if you don't get this minstrel shit off my TV, what kind of buffoonery is this? Yeah, that is predatory lending. But y'all, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the stream. We will see y'all Saturday. So be safe. We out. Peace.
Peace.